Welcome, all you 45 RPM vinyl record fans out there. This is episode 6 of our 80s dance music from that box 11. This episode will finish up box 11, and then I've got another little stack that's kind of along the same theme that I had queued up for that Dance to Disco series that I did 2 episodes of. They're up on the channel if you'd like to check them out. But here we're starting off with Wang Chung, Dance Hall Days, hitting number 16 in May of 1984 on the charts. And it's a back-to-back hits, but there's no notations here on the B-side for the song Don't Let Go. It's also noted as being from 1984. This one's noted from being off the album Points on the Curve, and so was the first song. So that's like I said, Wayne Chung is not a band I'm familiar with. 80s dance music really isn't my thing, so I don't have a whole lot to say about a lot of these, but I did want to share them on the channel. Here we've got Billy Ocean, Picture Sleeve, and this is off of the Jewel of the Nile, which was Romancing the Stones sequel. When going gets tough, the tough gets going. So we'll give you a quick shot of what the rest of that sleeve looks like there, and we'll give you a view of the back of the picture sleeve. I've got a couple picture sleeves here that we're going to cover briefly, and showing you the disc itself. Let's get that sleeve out from under there so it doesn't kind of mess up our optics. We've got When the Going Gets Tough, Tough Get Going. And on the B side here, we've got the same thing. So one of these is an instrumental, and I'm looking here. I'm not seeing where it says on either side. Okay, well this side says it's from the motion picture soundtrack. So this is probably the song itself with the vocals. And since this side does not, okay, there it does say instrumental version. It's really small print, and I couldn't see it the first time I flipped this over to show you. But yeah, okay, that's the instrumental version side. So that's something cool to have, especially if you're a fan of Billy Ocean or that particular song. It's nice to have an instrumental version, which is surely not on the album itself. Here we got a Bobby Brown, and I know he had some kind of relationship with Whitney Houston, I do believe. I think that's you know, you see these things in the news. I'm not being a fan of either one, Bobby Brown or Whitney, but I think that's what I recall. They were associated in some way. But anyways, here is his Every Little Step, 45. Clearly marked as the A side. But when you got a picture sleeve saying Every Little Step, it's kind of obvious that is the A side. The B side is Every Little Step with Rap, L.A. Reid and Babyface. Okay, you're definitely out of my category there. I know little or nothing about rap. Not a fan of hip hop by no means whatsoever. But this does say original version appears on the Don't Be Cruel album. So this might be something special. Might be something exclusive to the 45 that if you were a big fan you would really enjoy or like to acquire. But it's not something that I'm familiar with at all. It still has the same writing credits here. So what's the difference with rap? I don't know. Next up we've got Men Without Hats, which is definitely not rap. And Pop Goes the World. Okay, see if I can get it all in there. Barely. Just about. Yeah. And the opposite side of that picture sleeve. And this is the last picture sleeve, by the way, in case you're curious. I won't be having any more picture sleeves in this video. Can't say that the series won't have any more. But this particular video, that's all we've got. And here is the label for that one. Men Without Hats, 1987. And on the B-side of this particular single, we've got The End of the World. I don't think that's the song. Who did the song? That's the end of the world and we know it. I feel fine. I don't think it was Men Without Hats, and I don't think this is the same song, but that's what it come to mind. That's what it brought to mind for me. I don't know either one of these songs otherwise. Next up, we've got another Men Without Hands. Men Without Hands? Come on, where'd that come from? Men Without Hats and The Safety Dance. And I do know that one. I could kind of, yeah, they were doing the little, like, look like Pee Wee Herman kind of thing like when they were dancing to this. But yeah, I've at least heard of this one. Hit number 3 in July of 1983. So yeah, that was a memorable period of time for me. So that's probably why I'm aware of it or familiar with it. Backstreet. That's kind of neat. And on the B-side is a song called Living in China. Interesting, but not familiar to me. I apologize. I said I had finished with the picture sleeves, and then here another one popped up. Terrence Trent D'Arby, whoever you may be, sign your name. Okay, looks like an H. I almost said home. Sign your home. But no, it's sign your name. And I'll admit, I cheated. I looked at this where I could actually read it. Terrence Trent D'Arby, sign your name. And I may have pronounced that a bit incorrectly. I'm not sure who this guy is or how to pronounce his name. There's that symbol again that popped up in that last episode. Looks like it's just stamped on, but it's actually on both sides. And I like this title. That's cool. Greasy Chicken. Sounds like that would be a novelty song. That's definitely something that would generate enough interest in me to make me put it on the turntable and play it, because I want to hear the Greasy Chicken song. I'm a big Buckethead fan. If you're not aware of that, if you're not into Buckethead, check Buckethead Land out. He's got a great website with a tremendous amount of material on there. And he's all about chickens and greasy chicken. Maybe that's something you should cover, Bucket. Yeah. Oh, hey, I forgot to show the backside of that sleeve. Shame on me. So there's another good shot of the guy if you're a fan. Know him. And a little bit of information about the songs there and a picture of the album cover. So almost missed that. So, next up, we've got LTD doing Holding On from 1978. And this is an A&M Forget-Me-Nots. So again, this is a reissue. We've had quite a few reissues in the last few episodes, it seems. And the B-side, or alternate side of this one, is a song called We Both Deserve Each Other's Love. And that's from the album Togetherness, 1978. I flipped this back over and check, and it's quite possible it's from a different album because A&M loved doing that. But not in this particular case. In this particular case, both these songs come off of that Togetherness album. But yeah, if you've been watching our videos, you've seen this in the past. A&M was one of the distributors that particularly liked promoting previous albums on the B-sides. So you'd have, 2 songs from 2 different albums. Okay, now we've got the OJs, and 1977, so we're just a little outside of the 80s here. Work on Me from the album Traveling at the Speed of Thought. Okay, and what did they have on the B-side of that one? Let's Spend Some Time Together. Now, that seems to make me remember, the Rolling Stones, Let's Spend the Night Together. When they played that on Ed Sullivan, I think it was, he asked them to change the lyrics and wanted them to sing Let's Spend Some Time Together instead of The Night Together. Let's spend the night together. Yeah, but I don't know this OJ's version of it, and they're not giving us writing credits here on it. No, yeah, they are. Duh. There they are. And it's Gamble and Huff, which is the same as on this side. So I don't think there's any relation between the Stones' work and theirs. That's just, again, what popped up in my little head, because I'm a rocker, not a dancer. Excuse me, pardon me. George Benson on Broadway. I definitely know this song. Hit number 7 in April of 1978. So, yeah, I remember this one just playing all the time on the radio. I can't particularly say I was a fan of the song, but I know it. I've heard of George Benson. And the B-side of this one here is the song We As Love. We As Love. Don't sound like proper English to me, but hey, whatever. Next up, we've got, nice Motown sleeve there. But it's not a Motown disc. We've got Atlantic in the sleeve. But Roberta Flack, 1973, killing me softly with his song. Hit number 1 in February of 73. So, again, this is something that I am very familiar with. I know this song quite well from having heard it a million times on the radio. And let's see what's on the B-side, because I do believe this is an original from when it came out. It's not one of the reissues like so many of the others that we've been looking at the last couple episodes. And she's doing Bob Dylan's Just Like a Woman. So that's kind of interesting, covering a Bob Dylan song on the B-side. And I hope you enjoyed that episode as well. We're going to have probably 3 more in this series to wrap it up. And I hope you come back and join us for those. Thumbs up's always appreciated. And if you're loving what you're seeing, subscribe, visit the channel. There is tons more up there for you, especially if you're into 45 RPM vinyl records.